everybody. Welcome to Burnout Box, Season 3, Episode 26. I'm Justin.
And I'm Rebecca.
We're here at sunny VMP Performance, where it is very hot and sunny.
It's sunny at VMP Performance?
Yes, it's not raining today.
It is not raining today.
Could randomly rain, and it's a problem.
I feel like it's real weird how we always open up with the weather. Like, I feel like it makes us kind of like old people.
Lame. Well, it has to do with racing.
It sure does.
One of our customers told us last night that he may not be able to race on Saturday, but he's still going to be able to dyno.
Oh my God, do you remember running the dyno in like ridiculous rain in 2008 in some city in Texas? Like, it rained the whole time and you were in a carport running the dyno, and I was taking care of our 6-month-old.
I was thinking about that yesterday I randomly thought about that yesterday for some reason.
It rained the whole flippin' time.
Yeah. We went to Texas, we brought the dyno with us, tuned a bunch of GT500s, had our 6-month-old, our first child.
And like, there was no room for me to hang out in a carport with the dyno. A dyno, believe it or not, a dyno trailer takes up a whole carport.
It was a motorhome carport, so it was specifically long, narrow, and tall.
Yep. So
I remember that.
I hung out in these people's house.
Yeah.
It was a very nice house, like no complaints there whatsoever, but it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Well, we got it done.
James Thornoli.
Yep.
James Thorne, sorry.
Thorne, yep.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We get things done.
Yeah.
What are we getting done here?
Rain or shine.
Rain, shine, and halfway across the country. All the way across the country. All the way around the world, actually.
I know we had an Odin car make 733 rear-wheel horsepower today.
Yeah, on 93.
That was pretty cool to hear.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe tuned it up, and that was just an Odin kit on 93.
Mm-hmm.
What else are we getting done?
A lot, I feel like. We had a lot to talk about.
Everybody at VMP is busting their butt. And something else exciting kind of happened yesterday, in that our car came back, your car came back.
My car came back. My car came back. It's back. It's back in my possession.
It's nice. It's in the garage at home, actually, so you can go visit with it at night.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang out with my car at night. I don't have anything better to do. Y'all know.
Just like after work, or in the evenings if you're lonely, So, there's a really bad joke, but, yeah. I mean, if you had a brand new GT500, wouldn't you cuddle it,
Not cuddle in the car. Like, I like my car a lot. It's not even my favorite of my cars, though, honestly. I like the clapped out one.
The clapped out one that goes fast.
Yep.
But, I had a chance to look over the GT500. I know you haven't yet because I brought it home, put it in the garage. But it's good. It's awesome. It's actually better than when we gave it to them.
Yeah, no, I was running to class when you got home, so I did not have any opportunity to do that. Well, let's see. You got home, I finished making dinner, ran to class, went for a run. No, put a baby to bed, went for a run, made a cheesecake, wrote a paper on health policy.
That's pretty much our evenings when we're not at the racetrack or working on race cars or whatever. So we got some questions coming in.
Yeah, Bossman 12 Boss, 733 horsepower on an Odin kit. Was there any boosting or straight pump gas? Because that's impressive. It was just 93. Crazy, right? We're crazy. Jonathan Rodriguez. Hi, Justin. Hey, Justin. I want to get an MT82 for my Coyote. It's an 11. Are you a Ben Calamer dealer? I want to order a Stage 3. Thanks a lot.
We are. Give us a call, and we can get that all priced out and set up for you. Here, we got another question coming in.
Car Culture Nation. Hey guys, haven't watched in a while. I've had one question for you two. Why was the VMP GT500, only running 11.0, 11.3s when Cletus and the boys had it out. Was it detuned or tuned that way? Just wondering. This is a good question, and there are a couple of reasons. Predominantly, it was an index class, so Cooper was running an index class. He needed to run as close to 11.0 without going faster to be competitive in the class. So that was what we were targeting, and hey, you can tune the car to target what you want. So the car was at altitude, so it was easier. I don't know, easier, but it was at altitude, so it was
down on.
It was down on power.
Down.
So
Cooper actually told me that it was at 10,000 density altitude one day.
Oh God!
Yeah.
How do you breathe? Are you making 1 million red blood cells every like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I don't even know. So yeah, and those were the two main reasons. Like, could we have tuned it to run better at altitude? Yeah, but or not better, but faster. Yeah, but that wasn't the idea of this game. The game was run as close to 11.0 without going faster. So the car, the way that it was tuned at sea level, I ran it at 10.6 in it. So that kind of gives you an idea of what some crazy altitude will do to power. And then the car's never been on kill, but on a smaller pulley, and the car's been a 10.1 with me driving at 147.
The other big factor is on race week, if you can't purchase the fuel at the pump, you have to carry the fuel with you in a trailer or in your trunk. So it's a 1,200 mile drive, and I said, hey guys, you can have the option of running her car on E85 or on 93 with like an additive like boosting. And they were like, yeah, we'll take the 93, please.
Do they have 93 in?
You know what? It actually
91, right?
90 or 91.
Okay.
At high altitude, they sometimes only sell 90 octane. So when Cooper brought it back to me, he's like, yeah, man, I made sure I used all the boosting up. I'm like, good.
Yep.
That's what we want. So it really did well, only dropping about 0.4 to half a second in some cases, and Cooper was happy with how it performed. He said that a lot of the supercharged cars were losing a second at altitude.
Yeah, I mean, even running in different weather conditions, I'm sure any of you that run cars know that it definitely affects the car's performance. And if you can imagine adding 10,000 feet to what you're doing.
Yeah. We even sent them with a smaller pulley, like, hey, in the event of an emergency, use this pulley. And I guess they did end up needing it.
The emergency pulley.
They had two cars with them that won their class, stick shift 850, and then like Ruby ran in the 850 class as well, but has an auto trans. And Cooper was telling me, he's like, these cars, like Ruby has a 2-speed with a race converter in it, so you have to drive at like 60 miles an hour at 3,000 RPM. And he's like, it was nice to have the GT500 to be able to like go back and check on people and then catch up with the group and everything, because 60 miles an hour, you aren't catching anybody.
No. Isaiah Velasquez says, best set of tires to run from your experience on a 550 plus rear wheel horsepower car, mainly driven on the streets.
You know, there's a time when we would recommend a drag radial, but I don't know if it's really not necessary anymore. There's some good street tires. We got R888s on the GT500. I
mean, I liked them the one pass. I have literally driven them one pass. I have not even driven with them on the street. But I liked them.
And
Cooper had good success with them. I didn't hear any complaints about how they were on the street. Yeah.
And then there's like a Michelin Pilot Sport 4S or a Cup 2. There's a Goodyear. No, not a Goodyear, I don't know who's a Rival, and there's some like the 4S's and the Cup 2s, you'll get some decent mileage on. The R888s, you'll get some decentish mileage on. And there's like some ultra soft like Rival 100 tread wear type stuff that your mileage may vary, but it's a sticky street tire.
Chris Hoskins, Justin, I'm fighting the install of 4 fuel rails on a KB blower because of the boost bypass. Ever run across this? Ideas, fixes. It's a 3-valve engine, and his specific problem is the fuel line to rail assembly.
You know, like usually Justin for Innovations like knows kind of all of those tricks, but the thing that comes to mind is they make a 3/4 inch and then they make like a 2-inch extension piece. And sometimes bringing the rail out farther before you put the 90-degree fitting on it allows you to clear more things.
Cody Woodward, was it last week you mentioned something about an 0304 Cobra intercooler? I currently have a KB22. As you well know, they make some heat. Do you have any inventory and pricing on them?
Ooh, hot topic lately. So we have found out that that is brought to the forefront, and we do have a design, and we have a couple samples, and that's a product we're going to be talking more about. And I found out there was so much more demand that I ordered more of them last night, and so it's going to be around $1,400. It's not a cheap piece to make, unfortunately, but it's really, really nice, and it's a lot bigger than the stock intercooler.
Car Culture Nation says, I understand all of that. He was seeing stock ones running 10.5s, 10.6s consistently, but he was barely getting the 11.3. I saw the altitude and understood how it was running in that class for 11s. Thanks for answering. Just was curious what was going on.
Yeah, he ended up going like 11.2, 11.1, 11.0 because they raced at a bunch of different tracks. And the 10.5, 10.6s, we were never able to create that stock, I don't think. You went a 10.6 or a 10.7 stock?
I think I went a 10.6.
In good weather?
10.66? Sounds right?
Yeah.
In like 130-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In good weather, too.
In good weather, and at sea level.
Yeah. So in summer weather, you can figure a 10th or 2 off.
Yeah. Good weather being relative, of course. Because I feel like March, it got hot here quick.
Yeah, March in Florida, you can have a cold night or you can have a warm day, and we were at the track during the day that time.
Yeah, well, and then when the car ran really well, it wasn't stock, but the weather was really good when it went 10-1.
Right.
Yeah, really good. It was just a random cold snap. John Smith, what's a good way to avoid stripping or bending the studs with race stars, shank style lug nuts, and direct drill?
So, I don't know that I quite understand that question. That makes me think about whose wheels did we have on your car that bent the studs a little bit? They looked like race stars.
I was trying to think about that. It'll come to me.
They were the LMR wheels.
Yep. I remembered the guy, but I couldn't remember the name. Yeah.
Bending studs with race stars. If you use a shank style, you shouldn't bend the stud.
I think that's what he's saying, is that what he should do is Yep.
Yeah, the Acorn style definitely, it's kind of amazing how easily they'll bend studs on a launch.
RS317 Gen 3R on a 93 octane or stock Roush supercharger with a fuel system, E85, 700 real horsepower is the goal, auto RS3 Mustang.
So there's a lot of different statements in that question.
I think it's an either or. Gen 3R 93 or their stock supercharger.
Gen 3R.
Yeah.
Okay, so on 93 or now I'm getting it.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
Gen 3R is going to do it so effortlessly.
Yeah.
On 93, where the fuel system, the 2.3, trying to get 700 wheel out of it,
That blower's going to work a lot harder to try to do that.
And then you're going to be on the E85 life, which isn't a bad thing if you've got easy access to it.
Right.
I had to go pick up 100 gallons of E85 yesterday in the back of the truck.
Car Culture Nation says, well, thanks for sending the Ford with them Chevy boys. I was excited to see it going out and seeing how comfortable Cooper was compared to the rest. It is a comfortable car for a long ride.
We would know. We drove it 1,100, 1,200 miles.
Yep. Pavlov 50. How much boost should I see with a 75mm pulley? I'm not gonna win that contest. I will start again. Pavlov 50. How much boost should I see with the 75mm pulley stock blower with a VMP Gen 3 17 Mustang GT and free-flowing exhaust?
So, I would say that's...
Nothing. Just making sure that I knew everything that was going on.
It's probably going to be like 15, 16 pounds, assuming you're at sea level and you've got a decent-sized throttle body on it, at least a twin 67.
And then I got distracted by that. Uber driver, I'm having an issue with the throttle body going into limp mode when using a dual 67 on a saline 543 valve. Do you make something to increase the throttle signal? Do you make a supercharger for the 3 valve?
So I'll answer that in reverse order. No superchargers for 3 valves, and a 543 valve saline is an F-150 for anybody that's listening. And as far as our dual 67 going into limp mode, I don't know if it's our dual 67, it just says a dual 67. I would probably look at tuning unless there's like something drastically wrong with the TPS signal. So you actually have to use an adapter plate to put a GT500 style throttle body on a saline blower, because that used the old GT twin 55 or 57. And I remember tuning a couple of those, and if I did not make drive-by wire changes, they would fail safe with the GT500 style throttle body.
Robert B13 says a stage 3 Rouse, catted headers, 67 twin blade, JLT 123, VMP boost upon DW's 95s or ID 1050Xs. Care to share why? Bigger power goals down the road, always helpful, guys.
Well, I don't know that we can, both injectors will get the job done. And, like, I don't have anything bad to say about DW95s. The ID 1050 is a more premium product, but either one will work fine. We tune both of them.
I mean, yeah.
I think the real question here is, if your power goals are really big down the road, then like ID 1300s, maybe you save that money to purchase ID 1300s in the future, and you use the less expensive DW95
for the interim, yeah.
Yeah, just to try and find an answer that fits what you're doing.
But I mean, I think the ultimate answer is both are good injectors that are going to do what you want them to do. Danny Taylor says, hey guys, see y'all next Thursday. We will see you and Gina then, Danny.
Cool. Oh, that's when they're here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sabino Guzman says, hey guys, so far what is the fastest 10R80 Odin supercharger running? Ooh. I feel like I asked the same exact question in a meeting today, but kind of differently.
Yeah. What did it run with which power adder?
Uh-huh.
Odin has been 870 at 162, 163 on a 10R80 car. There's another 10R80 car going together right now, Chuck's, that is going to challenge that.
Chuck's car went fast with not a whole lot done to it.
Went
10-0.
10-0 with a Loki kit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chad Dowd says, hope all is well today at the VMP Ranch. Chad's got some exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah, he does. That's going to be awesome, Chad.
Yep, he is. Chad, I'm going to mess it up if I try to say what the race is called. So if you want to write in and tell us what it's called so I can tell everybody to look out for you there, I will. James Clark wants to know, what's the process for trading in my Gen 2R for a Gen 3R on my 2015 Mustang?
Gotta love that swipe or voice to text or whatever. So basically you purchase the blower from us, and then you send in your trade-in along with the trade-in form, and we credit back your original purchase, or we just cut you a check.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're actually just cutting you a check. And in the event you could afford the downtime, it is possible that you could send the blower in ahead of time, and then we could process the Gen 3R order with just the discount on it. So that's an option too.
John G says, with so many 18 plus Roush blowers out there, will you be coming out with upgrades for this kit like you did with the previous generation Roush blower setups? Also, would phenolic spacers work on the 18 plus Roush?
That's a good question. It's one that we have a fairly quick answer to.
Mm-hmm.
The phenolic spacers will work. Keep in mind that your belt length will change, and I don't know what else will change because I never tried to put them on there, but I mean, they will bolt between the cylinder head and the supercharger intake manifold. As far as the upgrades, we don't really have any plans to upgrade the Roush kit. We make some smaller pulleys, but we haven't found any good ways to address the other shortcomings, like the ability to put a larger throttle on it or the ability to get a better intercooler core in it. So we don't really have any plans to.
Uber driver says, thank you, sir. That's exactly what happened. Robert B says, ultimately, the in-power goal will be a safe point on a stock Gen 2 Coyote. Thanks, guys and gals.
Cool, cool.
James Clark wants to know, what pulleys would you recommend I buy with the Gen 3R for a stock motor car? Is it necessary to upgrade my Twin 65 throttle body as well?
Those are all good questions.
Mm-hmm.
So like an 88 millimeter pulley is going to be what most people are going to run on pump gas with the Gen 3R. And the 65 millimeter throttle body it'll bolt up, it'll work fine, you know, for a stock engine car. I don't think you really need to lean on it like crazy. Wow, we did a lot of questions today.
Yeah. Car Culture Nation, do you guys know anything about the class action lawsuit with manuals on all the Coyote Mustangs that they were really that bad? I never thought they were. Do you know anything about a class action lawsuit?
There's some like Facebook ads on it. I've seen them once or twice.
I don't get those type specific
Yeah.
ads. I don't know how to drive a manual. No, I do know how to drive a manual transmission. My first Mustang was manual transmission. I did not own an automatic trans car until Justin bought me one.
So, yeah, like I've seen it, but I don't really know anything about it. And I agree. I mean, I don't think they're that bad. I mean, I don't.
The MT82 in my 15 car, I mean, we put like 3,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
But that's probably the car with an MT82 that I drove the most, maybe? Did I drive anything else more than that?
No.
I didn't drive.
Yeah.
No. So, and I didn't think it was bad at all.
Yeah.
Derek Brand says, hope you guys are having a good day. Lucifer is loving his Gen 3R. Awesome.
That's, yeah, man.
Glad
we
to
are
hear
having
it.
a good day. That's awesome to hear. When you're down in the future, next time, whenever you're coming down, we'll have to catch up. And, yeah, that's good to hear. Well, with that, I think this is a wrap on Burnout Box. So we will see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.